My kid started asking me business questions in the truck, and my son caught it all on video. In this one, my daughter asked me, where does courage come from? And this conversation hit on something I wish every entrepreneur knew, especially when you're just starting out. Check it out.
What gives you the courage? And how do you know which kind of business you want to make?
What's inside of you? That's a good starting point. Start where your inspiration is. Start with it. Start with that gut feeling. Man, I just want to start a restaurant. No clue how. Well, that's a good starting point. Because I can tell you, if you don't go off of inspiration, you're going to be trying to push a rock uphill, like push a boulder uphill. You're not going to be able to last in that. You got to have something inside you, like some kind of passion or interest that's going to get you up off the ground. And then I can tell you, don't tell anybody about it.
About your business?
Yeah, just if you want a business,
just don't tell anyone, or else you might get criticized.
When you're starting off and all you have is that little drop of inspiration, it's fragile, and you got to protect that thing. Because when you start telling everybody else about it, they're going to tell you everything that's wrong with it, and they're going to kill it. It's absolutely everywhere.
But what about not caring about what other people think of you?
Well, how good are you at that? You can't just snap your fingers and make it go away. I mean, this is good advice, but how do you have courage? How do you not care what people think? Well, maybe you need to not be around certain people. Maybe you need to not be around the people that suck the courage out of you. And if you can't control that, then maybe just don't talk about this new thing that you're doing. Stay silent. You got an idea? Share it with people that you trust, and it will build you up. That's your people. That's your team. So how do you get courage? Start with your inspiration, and then begin to educate yourself.
All right.
Like, AI is amazing. If you're like, I love shoes and I love raccoons, and I have no idea what that means, ask ChatGPT. I love shoes and I love raccoons, and I have this desire to start a business, man. What's my options? And then start going down that road. Educate yourself.
I love raccoons too. Dad?
Yeah, dude.
How do you
And you guys have water? Can I have some of this? What's that?
So you know how your business, you have workers there. If you said we can't, you basically said don't tell anyone about it, or else you might fail. So how do we get workers to help us?
There's a difference between the direction you want to go and what you're trying to accomplish right now. Okay, if you have a vision and you're still trying to make sense of that vision, you're trying to make it turn into something, you're going to have this feeling like you're not really confident of it yet. That's the sort of thing I'm telling you. Only share that with people that are going to breathe life into it. But see, people want to share that with everybody to try to get feedback from anybody and everybody because they don't feel confident. That's when it gets killed. Right? Man, I'm thinking about starting this business where, I make little shoes for raccoons, and then I don't know, it sounds crazy. You tell that to your whole class at school, it's going to be like,
criticism.
Yeah, you're crazy. What are you going to do? Who's going to buy that? How are you going to find a raccoon? They're literally going to tell you every reason it won't work. Why? Because they're not doing that.
It's because is it just because that they don't have the courage to make a business?
So they don't care about that. So all they're going to tell you is all the reasons why they don't care about that. But find somebody who's actually interested in you bringing an idea to life. Bring that, exactly. It's bring that thing to me. Really, that's interesting. Raccoons and shoes. I've never seen that before. Well, who would we sell that to? And we'll start making a plan, see? That's the difference between telling everybody and telling that one person. That's what I'm talking about. Don't share your vision with people that are known killers. But when the time comes to start accomplishing, when you have your vision, then sure, yeah, you're going to need employees. You got to have a plan. Once you got that plan, now you start bringing people into that thing. You see?
That's the kind of advice I wish I would have had when I was younger. Because when you're just starting out, your ideas need protection, not validation. Here's the raw truth. Most people don't want you to succeed. Not because they're evil, but they just don't care about you. Your courage actually highlights their fear. Your action exposes their inaction. So they'll attack what you're building just to justify their own stagnation. So if you're sitting on a business idea, start with that gut feeling, feed it with education, and share it with the people who truly believe in you. Here's some more videos of my kids asking hard business questions. And if you need a safe place to start building your vision, check out the link in the description.